Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, often with beach, travel, or hygge themes. I also do a little bit of stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, home decor, and even the very occasional dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. Then you'll find out whenever I post new videos, announce giveaways, or go live. And as always, if you're already subscribed, thanks again so much for being here and welcome back. Today I am very excited to get to share with you the fall Trove box. This is a fantastic quarterly travel subscription that is put out by two BFFs, Emily and Erica, who remind me quite a bit of my gal pal Susie, who I've traveled around the world with. It was actually just her birthday yesterday, so shout out to Susie. We need to go on a trip very, very soon. But what I love about this subscription is that it's not just a box full of stuff or things that feel like souvenirs that you might pick up at the airport. It's really about the experience, and there's usually a culinary experience as well as a cultural experience, and you get to interact with people who actually live in the country that they are featuring through some Zoom meetings. And of course, if you can't make the live experience, they record it. Now, I missed the live experience this past weekend, so I am going to have to watch the recordings. I've done it both ways. It's definitely super duper fun to be in the actual live stream and get to see everyone's finished products, but it works just as well, especially if you want to make it kind of a date night or do it as a girls' night. It is definitely a great thing because you do usually wind up with an edible treat at the end of your endeavors. Now, this box is $129.99 per quarter. There is a little discount if you're able to do an annual subscription, and I will leave a link and a code for you in the description box below. I believe the code is Noelle, and that will save you $10, so that'll pretty much cover your shipping, I believe. Now, this box was sent to me for review, and I'm so excited to dive into it because it is a destination that I've been to, but not for quite a while. You are going to have to forgive a lot of my pronunciation because we are going to Mexico City, which I just had such a great time in. It was years ago. I actually went for a friend's wedding. It was like right after Christmas, so in that week between Christmas and New Year's, but I had great weather when I was there. We stayed in a great little bed and breakfast, and I got to go to all of the cool sites like Teotihuacan and Chapultepec, and I just had the best food, of course, and really loved being there. So I'm so excited to revisit this amazing city through this box. So inside they do a great little pamphlet. Now, I think it was so wise of them to theme it on Mexico City right by Diadelosmuertos, right? So of course we have our little papel picado and our little skulls right there giving us a little cheer, I suppose, celebration. So it says, vibrant art, incredible architecture, and delicious cuisine can be found in every corner of this colorful cultural hub. The magnificent Mexico City is also home to one of the country's best and brightest Dia de los Muertos festivities, and we're so excited to be celebrating this special holiday with you. So super duper cool. Now, I know that this box did ship a little bit later than anticipated because they were waiting with customs to get all of our edible treats. These girls are so good at picking out snacks. I am sure that it was worth the wait. So it says, on Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, colorful decorations, song, dance, food, and ornate costumes fill city streets and homes to honor and celebrate the lives of deceased loved ones. Even though the holiday is centered around the deceased, Dia de los Muertos is a joyful celebration of life, not death. So I think this would be a great box to share with your family as well. So they do tell us about how to build an altar or an ofrenda, which I know some of you probably know from watching Coco. And it does tell us about our itinerary. So our itinerary this time includes a cooking class with Chef Graciela, an art class. This is kind of cool. And then of course a snacks, decorations, and gifts, which that's always the fun stuff to show you guys here in these unboxing videos. So one of the things that I really appreciate is that they do the cooking class. It says, Chef Graciela is the talented executive chef and founder of Hora Cocina Mexicana in Mexico City, a family-run business dedicated to sharing the city's culture and cuisine with cooking classes, local experiences, and market tours. And one of the cool things about this box, you guys, is of course everyone has been affected by the limitations on travel, including ourselves, but also all of these people who used to work with visitors So the box actually does pay our artists, our chefs that we get to interact with. So I love that, and that way of supporting the local culture. So the things that we'll be making is a red mole, corn tortillas from scratch, and a Mexican hot chocolate. Yes, that's like the one thing I'll probably manage to make. And then it's really, really nice because they actually give us separate like recipe cards. So you can save these as the seasons go by. So we have our Mexico City hot chocolate, super excited. On the other side, we have the directions, our Mexico City corn tortilla, of course. It does tell us the ingredients there in that purple bar, and then the directions in the other bigger spot. And then the red mole is on a slightly bigger card because it probably has a little bit more in terms of directions. So yes, it's going to be really good. Now, I am lucky enough to live in San Diego, where of course we have some awesome Mexican cuisine. We're very, very close to the border, so I'm not sure if I trust myself to make an authentic mole, but I will certainly give it a shot. And then they also always have this nice kind of little postcard as well. So it does say, over the past year, we've loved visiting cities around the world with Trove travelers. With each new city comes incredibly unique traditions, and this fall we're thrilled to celebrate Diadelosmuertos with you in vibrant Mexico City. So just kind of a little like postcard, and they have these in every box. So again, something you can kind of collect. So let me put that off to the side. I did notice now that they gave me a little card that I probably should have read first. Got a little panda on, it's so cute. And so it just says, hola, we can't wait to transport you to Mexico City this month to celebrate. We had some snacks stuck in customs this month, so we apologize for the delay, but they finally made it. Erica traveled to Mexico City back in April and handpicked all the goodies in this box. So again, I think it's great that they planned ahead, because otherwise there would have been more delays. But again, you guys definitely be patient with all of the boxes, especially travel subscriptions right now that are probably waiting for things. So they do tell us what's in the box, because they do always give us some sort of ingredients that might not be easily found like at your local grocery store, right? And then very authentic as well. And then they also, usually in the end, let me see if it's in this particular pamphlet, they do a nice little shopping list for you, which I think is kind of awesome. So it tells you in terms of like produce, dairy and eggs, other pantry things that you might already have, meat and others, like so that you can kind of get your like mise en place already for your cooking experience. And then they do have a QR code for the actual class, or then of course the recorded class. So yay, I'm so excited, you guys. So mole is a traditional Dia de los Muertos dish. It's a rich, savory sauce made with red chili peppers, spices, and sweet dark chocolate. That's what kind of gives it that nice earthy flavor underneath. And then we have this page here that tells us about the items that are in the box, so I will go back to that. And our cultural experience this time is with Sofia Garcia. It says Sofia is passionate about spreading the beauty of Mexico's culture through her art classes in Mexico City. You'll learn how to turn a printed photo, we recommend using one of a past loved one in celebration of the holiday, into a colorful piece of artwork inspired by the iconic painting style of Frida Kahlo, because of course the Frida Kahlo house is just outside in Coyoacan of Mexico City, and it is gorgeous. If you're ever there, you have to go. And it does tell us what we need for the class. Lots of the stuff is actually included in the box, including the cardstock paper and the acrylic paints and brushes. And then I think it would be very appropriate because my grandfather's birthday actually was in October, so maybe I will find an image of him and create my art piece. But that looks really cool to do as well. So all right, you guys, here we go. There's just a bunch of like packing peanuts in here, so I just have to get those out of the way, and then we will dive in, and hopefully I can do it in a pretty quick clip. I'm hoping things aren't like packed too well, because we've already gone a few minutes into it, but I wanted to kind of give you a heads up in terms of the items that are in here. So we do have two beautiful flavored salts. This one says manantial and jamaicas, which is, I believe, hibiscus, two different colors. So it says these two salts will be your new favorite addition to your cupboard. You'll use the sal de manantial, a natural salt, for your mole, and we recommend trying the sal de jamaica as a rim for margaritas. Yes, that sounds so good. I'm assuming it's Jamaica, not Jamaica, but it's spelled like Jamaica. So I love like seasoned special salts because they do make all of the difference, especially like if you add like a little bit of salt sometimes, not necessarily those salts, but like a tiny bit of salt to, like, for example, like black lava sea salt on like a sweet gelato. So good, you guys. Something else that is all wrapped up, and I'm pretty excited about it. Because it looks to be some of our fun kind of like decor or something. Let's see if I can find it. Snacks and decorations. Oh, you guys, we got like a little calavera. So it says, these adorable and colorful sugar skulls are a quintessential symbol of Dia de los Muertos. So proudly show off these special handmade decorations. I love it. And there'll be variations, of course. People will have gotten different ones. We do have a couple of these around our house. Skulls used to freak me out when I was a kid, but now I've sort of like come to appreciate them, and I do love sugar skulls. I think they're super fun. So my guy's pretty happy. That's a pretty big smile on his face. Mostly red, got some nice flowers hand painted on there, so pretty excited about that. So let's see what else. He was tucked inside of this beautiful bowl. You guys, look at this lovely ceramic bowl. So I'm wondering if this is, so this is a Puebla bowl. It says this one-of-a-kind hand-painted bowl supports artisans in Puebla. It is versatile. Use it for your extra mole or any other sauce, so it is food safe. Oh, that is so nice. This is totally the kind of piece that I freaking love to receive in a box like this. So flipping back now, it looks like we do have some of our ingredients for our class. So we had a nice big package of masa, of course, which is our corn flour to make our tortilla. So let me just put that off to the side. It says this chef grade flour uses single origin heirloom corn or white olotillo sourced from the tropical coastal climes of Oaxaca, Mexico. You'll be using this to make homemade tortillas, which are a total game changer. Absolutely. We just, again, I live in San Diego, so you can find some like handmade tortillas here. And of course, it makes a huge difference. Like the tacos here are good, but when it's on a handmade tortilla, they are even better. Here are our paints and our brushes. I'm so excited that they included a couple of brushes for us for our sort of Dia de los Muertos inspired or Frida Kahlo inspired photograph. So we also got some tamarindo con chamoy. So I'm wondering what this is. I'm also mostly used to seeing chamoy used as like to rim different drinks and things. So it says, we love this sweet and sour snack with a slight kick to it. The tamarind is sweetened with sugar and chamoy chili sauce with dehydrated apricot. So it always kind of reminds me of like the lihimui plum powder that we like so much in Hawaii. So I've grown to like chamoy. Like at first it was something that I would see on menus and I was like, I don't even know what that is, but it's good. Definitely worth a try, you guys. We got some mazapanes mexicanos. So these are really cute. I guess maybe it's marzipan. So it's like a few little discs of this. So it says, yes, it is marzipan. So I'm not usually a huge fan of marzipan, but I'm always like amazed by like the art that people can make out of it because it's like that malleable like almond dough. So it says, satisfy your sweet tooth with this delicious variety pack of marzipan, a popular treat enjoyed in Mexico City. This is unlike any other marzipan we've ever had and more like a delicious cookie. Ooh, that does sound interesting to me. It says we love all 4 flavors, so it's hard to pick a favorite. So that actually sounds more enticing to me than the marzipan that I've had in the past. So I'm excited to give that a try, and I'll take it out of the packaging later for when I take photos for you guys over on Instagram. I don't know what this is. It says cuna de piedra, so it came in this little container. So I'm guessing that this is probably something that we need. Oh, it says La Rifa Chocolateria insists on using only the finest cacao beans in their chocolate, and the result is some of the tastiest chocolate we've ever had. You'll use this in the mole and in your hot chocolate with Chef Graciela. So this is some like fancy chocolate, you guys, and I'm scared to like open it. I'm gonna open it later after I've taken some photos, but basically it's like a chocolate disc where there's already like kind of pre-scored into pie wedges almost. You can see like that. So that's how we'll probably be measuring it. So it is kind of nice that you don't, well, we'll probably have to chop it up a little bit, but hopefully not too much. Oh wow, this is really cool. So this is a packet of ancho chilies, guajillo chili, and pasilla chili. So look, you guys, we got this giant bag of chilies. Wow. So this is the mole spices. Mole is an incredibly rich and flavorful sauce made from chiles, nuts, spices, and fruits. We've packaged 13 of the dried ingredients you'll use in addition to the salt in your box. So I'm assuming that that is what that is. So 5 each of the different chile that go into our mole. So cool, you guys. So cool. Like that's not something I would necessarily be like, oh yeah, I'll just like pop down to the grocery store and pick up all the things I need for my mole. This is pretty cool. They actually did like a kind of spoiler, a little secret over on their Instagram page, and they're like, do you know what this is? And I was like, I thought it was just like a pestle for mortar and pestle, but it is a molinillo whisk. It says this beautiful whisk was handmade by the Esteban family in Puebla from a sustainable and local wood indigenous to Mexico. You'll use it to perfectly blend and froth a delicious cup of Mexican hot chocolate. So you can actually see these rings on here actually move, so I guess that's going to help you with the frothing. But what a beautiful thing just to have on display. I mean, you can even like have it here in your bowl. It's like a little bit oversized for the bowl. You'll probably want to use a much bigger bowl when you are using this molinillo, but this is so pretty, and I just think that's so cool because it's functional. We're going to use it for our cooking class, but it's also something that is gorgeous and handmade and supports family that lives there. So I love that. What else? Ooh, oh, I guess this is the spices. Okay, so those were the peppers and this is the spices. So I'm wondering what we use the peppers for. Let me see if I can find, is there a separate thing for the peppers? I guess that's part of the, it's part of the mole spices. There's many. So here is our actual like mole spices pack, and you guys look how many different things there are here. So 13 of the dried ingredients, like they said, but it's pecans, peanuts, almonds, raisins, sesame seeds, peppercorns, anise seeds, cumin, oregano, and 1 bay leaf. I freaking love that they put all of this together for us, but also that they listed the ingredients so that if I did want to try to recreate this after this first attempt / disaster, that I could definitely give that a try. So I think that is it for like our sort of cooking class inspired things. And then there's something that's kind of hiding here in the bottom that I think is one of our other fun things. Oh, so we got some papel picado, which of course is the colorful perforated or like cut out strands that you'll see like decorating things or places. So it says, brighten up your celebration with these Dia de los Muertos decorations. Artists made these incredibly intricate designs by hand with a hammer and chisel, and you'll find them lining the city during the holiday. So they do these beautiful, intricate designs, almost like when you're cutting snowflakes, but kind of fancier. And they just look so pretty fluttering in the wind, like out in someone's courtyard or a restaurant is where I usually see them. I wish I had like a beautiful backyard or like a fire pit area so that I could hang these up. I think that would be so cool. So that is everything that we got in our box. I think we may have gotten, oh, so here is our like paper. They packaged it in there as well so that it didn't get kind of messed up, which I definitely appreciate, and that we would use for our art piece that we are going to be doing with Sophia. So I freaking love this box. I knew that I would. I love it every single season. They do such a fantastic job of really giving us authentic ingredients and experiences. But let's just kind of go over everything once again. We got our molinillo whisk, which is probably my favorite item, along with probably the Puebla bowl. Those are probably my 2 favorite items this time around. We got our mole spices, which are pre-packaged, pre-measured and pre-packaged for us. Love that. Along with, again, these like this 3 different kinds of chiles that go into our mole. I think that is so cool. Now that they've made it so easy, I will have to actually try it. We got the cuna de piedra chocolate that's going to go into our mole, but also allow us to make some Mexican hot chocolate. We got those 2 kinds of salt, the manantial and the jamaica. We got our masa corn flour, which of course is also very appreciated. That you can get at the grocery store, at least I can here in San Diego, but I'm sure that this one is excellent quality. And then of course for our cultural experience, we have our nice piece of paper as well as our paints and our paint brushes. And then the additional things that we got in our box were the calavera, the little skull, which I'm so happy. I love the bright red that I got. The tamarindo con chamoy, the marzipan, which I'm very interested to give a second chance because like I said, I'm not usually a marzipan fan, but I have a feeling this one will be a little bit different. And then finally our big strand of papel picado, which I will have to put up somewhere, and our Puebla bowl, which I'm coming back to it and thinking it might be my favorite. I'm kind of surprised I don't already have one of these, but I think that is so cool, and I just love that it is hand painted. So you guys let me know in the comments below if you've had the opportunity to visit Mexico, but Mexico City in particular. It's a little bit further than people usually get. Usually people are going to like the beach towns and stuff, but it is a great, amazing, beautiful place to visit. Let me know what your favorite item in this box was, and if you want to get in on it, let me know. Maybe we can kind of do one of the classes simultaneously and kind of do our own redux of the live stream. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all very soon in my next unboxing.